Hi friends, this video is about how does a decision tree split, or you can also say how to split a decision tree. So here you can see that I have this tiny little diagram, and here I have a root node, a male node and a female node, and so you can see that this particular tree has been split on the basis of the variable gender. So now the question arises that how do we decide that which particular node to choose for a split? So you can see that this has been split on the basis of gender. So in that perspective, today we will discuss what is Gini index, Gini coefficient, Gini gain, or also sometimes referred as information gain. So in this video, I will show you the overall process and the mathematical formula behind all of these, and I am very much sure that this will be very much helpful for you in order to find out how to calculate a decision tree's Gini index or Gini gain, and the process of splitting a decision tree will be very much clear to you. Okay, here I have taken a small tiny data set. I have 5 variables, and in fact you can ignore the first one because this particular variable is id, so it does not make much of a sense, or you can see it makes sense, but it is not of much of a significant. All right, here I have gender, occupation and default, so you can get an idea that this is particularly about a loan default or a financial model. And here I have two categories in gender and two categories in occupation, so you can see that I have 6 males and I have 4 females. Similarly, I have 5 occupation as salary and 5 as business. If you look at my this particular default column, then you can see that I have basically 4 defaults and 6 non-defaults. All right, so now let us say that you want to say that how do we find out a Gini gain or Gini index, and we want to know how does this data will split if we use a decision tree algorithm. Then we will discuss the same thing here, and you are at the right place. Okay, so to calculate the Gini of any particular node or any particular variable, the formula is this. So basically 1 minus sigma of probability of any occurrence, the occurrence or probability divided by some condition. So it will make sense, and then we have the square. Okay, so when we will discuss this formula, then it will be clear. I don't want to get you much involved in the mathematical complexities, otherwise we will lose the track. Okay, so first of all, we will calculate the Gini of overall tree. Okay, so here you can see that how do we calculate the Gini of overall, or you can say the root node. At first node, let us say the Gini will be calculated. That you can see that out of we have total 10 data. You can see that here ID we have a total of 10 data, and in these 10 data you can see that our 4 have defaults 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me choose a different color possibly, so I will probably choose this. So you can say that this and this, so we have 4 defaults, and similarly we have, let me choose the green color, these 6 records are non-default. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So these 6 which are in green are non-defaulters. So how do we calculate? Then 1 minus, and we can take that 4 out of 10 are those who have defaulted. So 4 out of 10 have defaulted. So we have taken 1 minus 4 divided by 10 square, plus we know that we have total 10 records, and out of those 6 have not defaulted. All right. So and then we have taken the square root of this also. So you can see that these are my non-defaulters and these are my defaulters. These here are my defaulters, and basically I have taken a square of both of these, and then I have just subtracted it from 1. And when you will do that, you will see that we have got a Gini index of 0.48 at my root label. Okay, so that is my root label, that is my overall Gini. Okay, now I will calculate, or the decision tree calculates the Gini of all the variables. Okay, and then it decides how to split a tree. Okay, so I will take an example of gender here. So you see that we have a column gender, and in this gender, if you can pay attention, then these 6 records are my male, okay, and let me take this color, and these 4 records are my females, and I want to calculate the Gini for this. Okay, all right. So now we can see that we have total number of 6 as male. Okay, so you can count this that we have total 6 males, and out of those 6 males, if we take a look, then you can have an idea that out of these 6 males here 4 have defaulted. Okay, so similarly, the same formula we will use, that we have total 4 defaults. Also, you can see that we are here calculating the Gini for male, and you can see that here, uh, uh, out of 6 4 have defaulted, and out of these 6 males the 2 have non-defaulted. Okay, and you can see that here we have 1 minus 4 divided by 6 square plus 2 divided by 6 square. Okay, and you can have an idea that here now we are getting an Gini of 0.44. So remember that we are calculating the Gini for gender where the gender is male. So you can take a look that we have overall 6 males, 4 have defaulted. We have taken it as 4 out of 6 and then square it, plus 2 have not defaulted. So we have here calculated as 2 divided by 6 square, and we have subtracted this whole process from 1, and we have got a Gini of 0.44. Okay, so now you can see that we have another category in gender, and that is a female. Okay, so now similar process. How many records we have for female in the gender? We have overall 4 females. All right, and now if you take a look here, this is particular the female section, and if you take a look here, then you can see that we have out of these 4 females, none has defaulted. So you can say that 0 has defaulted. So how many have defaulted out of the total number of females? So you can see that 0 divided by 4, because none of those 4 females have defaulted. Okay, now we will calculate the Gini for where the category or the gender is female and there has been non-default. Okay, so if we took out the probability of zeros, I mean out of the females that who have not defaulted, then you can see that out of 4, these 4 are the females, and out of 4 none of these have not none of these have defaulted. Okay, so you can see that 4 divided by 4, so we have 4 females and none of those have defaulted. I mean, or you can say that the probability of 0 is 4 divided 4, 4 by square. Okay, and then we will subtract it from 1. So 1 minus 0 divided by 4 square plus 4 divided by 4 square. Okay, and if you take or solve it, you will find that the Gini index is 0. And this is an interesting point here, and you must pay an attention. This is what we call a homogeneous kind of data. How? So you can see that we did not get any gain or any information from this particular node. Do you understand me why? Because in this particular node, let me consider it as a node, and you see that all are non-defaulters. So now it will make sense that we did not get any information gain from here, because this is whatever comes into this particular node or this particular site is considered to be non-defaulted, and you can see that there is no impurity here. If what do I mean by impurity? Then let us say that here it is, there is, let us say 3 are zeros, 1 is 1, then you can see that it has some impurity, that it is not a similar kind of data. Okay, so a homogeneous group is where you have same kind of data. Let us say that I separate my data, such as at one level I have only ones, and at another I have only zeros. So those are two homogeneous group. I mean, similar kind of population we have. So that is what we have, that we have get a Gini of 0 means this is a pure, we have complete purity here. All right, so now we have calculated our Gini for gender of male and female. Now I want to calculate it as a whole, because you can see that a node is splitted at a particular variable. It is not splitted as gender male, gender female. No, that's not a way. It will always split at, you can see here that it has split on the basis of gender. So now I will simply calculate the Gini of my complete gender variable. So what I will do, that we have out of 10, I have simply 6 males. So 6 divided by 10 multiplied by the gender of, or the Gini of male, plus I have 4 females out of 10 of my observations, to 4 divided by 10, and I can see that we have Gini for females as 0. So 4 divided by 10 multiplied by 0, and the Gini is 0.2666664. Alright, so now it comes that what is the Gini gain or information gain. So that is calculated based on that we have overall we have 0.48, like the overall Gini at my root level is 0.48, and the gender variable, if I take my gender variable, I get a Gini index as this particular value. So I will simply subtract zero point 0.8 minus this 0.26, whatever I have got from the gender variable, I will subtract it from the overall Gini and I will get the gain. So my gender variable is giving me a information gain or a Gini gain of 0.22. Now, it does not mean that my decision tree will decide that I should split here. It will follow the same process for occupation also, and whatever variable number of variables do we have in our data set, let us say we have 10 variables, then it will calculate on all of those variables and then it will figure out that which gives me the highest Gini. So whatever variable gives me the highest Gini, my decision tree will be split based on that. So I hope that will be helpful, and the process for calculating Gini will be now clear for you. If not, please do let me know. And before going, one thing I would like to tell you, that I have this particular variable occupation also. So what I want you to do, just calculate the Gini gain for this particular variable also, just the same way I have calculated here, and do let me know in the comment section, and also let me know that what do you think, what my decision tree will choose to split on the basis of, like, whether it will split on the gender or occupation. Do let me know in the comment section. And just one tip, you must understand that whichever variable gives me the highest Gini gain, the decision tree will split basis on that. Okay, so with this note, I am just ending this video here. If you like this video, do not forget to like, and please subscribe my YouTube channel, share it with your friends also. Thank you very much.